Okay, so today is the demo day. If someone of you have attended the DevOps Overview sessions in the last week, this session is completely optional for you. Okay, because we have already discussed many things in the last 1 week overview sessions. And if you want to find those sessions, you can just search join DevOps. And in this channel, so we have all playlists, DevOps overview sessions last week 5 days, and then you can go through this Linux free course. And anyhow, from tomorrow we will start with Linux, but it is good if you always prepare something before you attend the session if you have free time. Okay, yeah. So now let us start with our demo today. So my name is Siva Reddy. I have total 11 years of experience. I worked in many MNC companies in India and product-based companies. I worked with TCS, HCL, Accenture, and JP Morgan earlier. And I started my career as L2 support engineer for the first 2 years. Later, while doing the support project, I moved to the Java J2E development. At that time, we had JBoss, Theme Framework, Servlets, and JSPs. Those were the old technologies. Later, I migrated to the Spring Boot, and I had a little bit experience on automation testing as well while doing the development itself. And I worked in Internet of Things, telecom, banking, and media and entertainment domains. Okay, so right now I'm working with one of the startup in Asia Pacific. Okay. So that is the short description about myself. Just 1 second. Yeah. So today we are here to discuss more about DevOps with AWS. So before starting DevOps itself, we should understand the high-level responsibilities of the DevOps engineer. Okay, so the DevOps engineer responsibility is only 2 responsibilities in a high level. You have to deploy the application. It can be any application, either Java, .NET, Python, Node.js, React.js, Go language, PHP, or it can be C, C++, any application, desktop or web, any application. It's our responsibility to deploy to the all environments, not only production, dev, testing, and then pre-production, performance, production, any environment. We have to deploy it automatically. Automatically in the sense it will be obviously as fast as possible with less defects. So we have to maintain the speed and accuracy. If you are maintaining the speed and accuracy than your competitor business, then definitely you will win the customer experience. Okay, so that is the primary responsibility. We should always think about it. If you see some manual processes going on, so we will step in and then we will try to automate it as soon as possible. Okay. So once you deploy the application, then it is your responsibility again to monitor the applications, to set up the monitoring process, because even you follow the best process to deploy the application, monitoring is very important, because you will get the defects at any point of time, not only from the traffic, from security defects, and then your application should be highly available. There will be no downtime. So everything you should achieve through the monitoring. Okay. So can someone please confirm again, my voice is clear? Okay, thank you so much. So it is good from my end. If someone voice is, if you're not getting proper audio, check your mic settings properly. Thank you so much. So that is the DevOps engineer responsibilities. So whatever the experience you are working in, so just remind these 2 responsibilities, then you can do your work properly. Okay. So now let us discuss about what is DevOps. So DevOps is a process which can be improved continuously. So soon we will discuss what is the process. So the universal fact is, if you do any work personally or professionally, whatever in your life or in your career, if you follow a proper process, you will get the best results. This is the fact known by every one of us. Okay, and remember this process should be continuously evolved. Today's best process can be tomorrow's bad process. So if you are following one process today, you will get maybe the best results, but tomorrow it can become the bad process. You need to improve yourself again. So that's what every one of us known. That's the universal fact. Okay. So similarly, DevOps is also a process. It should be continuously improved. Now we will discuss what is this process. In many YouTube videos, you are nowadays you are seeing DevOps is not about the tools. DevOps is about the practice. DevOps is about the process. DevOps is about the integration. So what is that process? We are not convinced by ourselves. What is the process? Yeah, we are understanding the fact DevOps is a process, but what process? What is the improvement? What can we do this? How can we achieve this? This is the main point you should understand before you learn DevOps. Okay, if you don't know this point, maybe you will always feel something not clear, something is not fulfilled. Okay, so before you learn DevOps, just understand this point. What is the process? How can it be improved? So when the IT started in the earlier days, all of the IT experts, they just had some conferences and then they decided some process to develop the applications, that is SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. So even today we are following that, but there are some improvements we will discuss. So what is that process of developing an application? You cannot directly write the code from day one. For example, if I am starting the restaurant business today, I don't know anything about IT technologies. I don't know C, C++. I don't know anything. I don't know even how to use the computer also. Maybe I know how to use the computer, but I'm not sure the technical terms in the software technologies. So I'll come to you guys. So maybe you are from the well-known software MNC company. I'll come to you. I'll ask you, I have a restaurant. I need some online website. So customers can log in, they can sign up, they can book the table, they can order, they can do the payments. All this, I want it in the online, because nowadays everybody started using internet. So then you have to gather the requirements from me. Before doing the development is not at all important. First you should understand about my business, what are my requirements, and then you have to define those requirements, what you understood from me. And then later you have to design the requirements. Designing is nothing but technically you should convert the business requirements into the technical requirements. Okay, and then once you are clear with these three phases, once you know the customer very well, once you know what he wants as a business, then you can go for the development. So the first three phases are very, very important. So development is not at all important. If you are clear with these three phases, then development can be very easy. So then you start the development, then you will go for testing. Then finally, once it is good from your side, then you will do the deployment. Once it is deployment, then you can go for maintenance. Okay, after deployment also you do the testing. And once the application, the project is up, or the website is up, then you can go for maintenance continuously. Maybe customer frequently they are asking the features, okay, because after 2 years the requirements may change from the customer. He wants the new features. So that is how the softwares we are using. We are using WhatsApp from 2011, 2012, but WhatsApp has improved a lot. It released a lot of features. Okay, so there will be a maintenance for the lifetime of the software. So this is about the SDLC. Every one of us are aware if you are working in IT. Okay, and we got this in our engineering and degree syllabus as well. So now let us discuss an example of daily life scenario around us. So there is let's go back to 70 years back, 1950s examination system. Okay, so if you write it before any project, there will be a stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Okay. For this school project, the stakeholders are students and teachers and parents. Okay, so 70 years back, there were only one final exam. If there is only one final exam, students will not be serious to study from the day one. And teachers also, they are not serious to complete the syllabus from day one, because they have at least 10 months of time. They get this as lenience. They will slowly start. Maybe once first 2 or 3 months, they will just do some time pass things. And then after 3 months, maybe teachers get the seriousness to get the syllabus, because there will be exams in next 6-7 months. But students, they may get seriousness maximum 1 or 2 months before the final exam. And the only person here continuously worried about is the parents. They are continuously worried about the children, whether he may pass or he may fail, because there is only one chance, final exam. If you fail, you have to sit in the same class. If you pass, you can move forward. Okay, so this was the process in 1950s. So because of this only one final exam, students are not serious, teachers are not serious. Obviously, the results are very less. So at that time, you remember our fathers and grandfathers generation. If they pass in the SSC or 10th class, then it is a big success for them. They were even getting the government jobs. So because the pass percentage was very less. So later, every school thought, I think a lot, and then they discussed and they improved, they changed the process little bit. Syllabus is same, students are same, parents, teachers, the entire ecosystem is same, but the simple process change is introduced. So that is, we had unit test 1, 2, 3, 4, quarterly, half yearly, grand test, and final exam. These are the examination systems that they were introduced. So because of this process change, students are not worried about the final exam. Teachers are not worried about the final exam. They are worried about the unit test 1 that may be in next 1 month. Now, teachers will definitely get seriousness because they have to complete the syllabus. Without completing the syllabus, exams cannot be conducted. Okay, but students may not be serious from day one. At least they will be serious. At least they will be serious 1 week before. Okay, and unit test 1, they will announce the results. Few students may pass, few students may fail, and teachers and parents, they start monitoring the failed students. Their goal is to improve them, to improve their pass percentage continuously. So they have multiple chances of at least 5-6 chances. So finally, they will write the final exam. So the pass percentage was little bit increased from 30 to 42. It reached around 70 to 80. So these best results were achieved just by introducing a simple change of more exams. If you write more practice exams, then final exam may not be tough for you. So if you directly write the IAS exam, maybe the chances of getting pass is very, very less. But if you practice multiple questions before the final exam, so at least you are not worried about the final exam, and then you know how to correct yourself. So that was the simple process change. So still the pass percentage is 70 to 80% only. If you want to achieve 100% pass percentage, then they introduced a simple process change again. So that is the slip test here. Okay, so slip test is nothing but, if your teacher may teach something today, you will remember many things because you just listen to the class today. If you go and practice for a little bit time in your home, so then tomorrow if they conduct a simple test on today's topic, then it is easy for you to clear and the focus will be increased. So like this, you will write many exams towards the final academic year. So then there are a lot of chances to improve yourself. Your teachers, your parents can monitor you continuously, and they know what they are teaching. So, and they know how you are performing. They will tell you how to improve yourself. So this is the simple process change. Instead of 5-6 exams, if they conduct daily some exams, so then the pass percentage is almost 100% now at least in the SSC. So you understand this, a simple thing. Students are same, parents are same, teachers are same, syllabus is same, but a simple process change is introduced continuously. Maybe in 1950s, this is the best process, but in 1970s, this process became very bad and they introduced a simple process change. Maybe in 1990s, this process is best. Later, it became the bad process in 2010 or 2000. So they introduced the new process. So this is how the process change can give you the best results. So I hope you know this already, what I'm talking about. So this is the waterfall model. Waterfall model is nothing but, if I come to you for the restaurant software, you will give me 2 years time. Okay, like I am the parent who is investing money. So you are the developers. Developers are developing something, and teachers, they are testing, just like by conducting the exams. Okay, so if there is 2 years of time to complete restaurant software, so everybody is not serious. Okay, so they may do some time pass for first few 6-7 months, and then they will start getting seriousness, and later they start their real development work, because there is no chance for the clients to ask you, because waterfall model will not support to know what you are doing. Clients cannot really see your application before you release something. So there is only one final release. Okay, one final release that is directly into the production where clients can see. Okay. And maybe earlier they have in dev or QA and UAT. Okay. But these were achieved at least 1 month before the production release. So what I want to say here is just like in 1950s examination system. So there will be no testing until the complete development is over. So our clients are too much worried about it because they invested a lot of amount. They are very curious about what's going to happen. And if the software is not, output is not very well, then their money is wasted. They have to find another client. So this is the waterfall model we were doing till 2012 till that time. So luckily the internet usage was very less, and you remember whenever you go to the bank in 2010 12 until at least 2015, so there will be you'll be listening this servers are down, servers are not down, and there is a bank outage, there is a bank release going on, it will bank systems are not available for 12 hours. That is because of this waterfall process. So then we introduced agile process instead of doing the complete restaurant development at a time. So we divided the big software into multiple modules, that is like user that has the login and sign up, and then product catalog and cart, order management, payment, shipping. Okay. So you can divide any big software into multiple modules like this, and you call them as sprint-based development. Sprint-based development. So just like your parents are not, teachers and students are not worried about the final exam here, they are worried about only the unit test one. So that is the sprint it's here. So user module is the sprint. They have to complete it in next 1 month. 1 month user module. So this is the sprint. So and the student, developers, testers, build and release team, everybody is part of the sprint plan. The first 2 weeks they will develop, and next 2 weeks they will do testing and deployment. Okay. So after this testing and deployment, clients can log in, clients can sign up to their software, and they can really test what is going on and how is it happening. They will give you the feedback. Okay. So if you are not doing very well, definitely they will cancel the contract, and they will claim back the money whatever they paid for. Okay. So now everybody is serious because clients will definitely test how we performed, how we achieved the results. So developers, testers, deployers, deployment team, managers, team leaders, everybody was serious from day one. So, but this is called the agile process, and agile process is very, very famous nowadays. Every company is already moved to agile, and few companies are definitely going to be moved, even they are following the legacy systems. So this agile process was super hit, and for some time developers and testers, they felt some stress because they were not the guys doing very serious work from day one. Okay, so suddenly they got the huge work from day one, and they are feeling some stress about the client testing. So but after a few years, everybody is aware of this process. Now we are doing it very well. Okay, we all know the agile process if you're already working in IT. Okay, but here after a few years we found some improvements, and we found some defects of this process. So for the first 2 weeks when the developers are working, so these testers and the deploy guys, they may not have much work. So and what developers were thinking is, we are the only guys working for the project, and these guys are always free, so they don't have any work. They are just doing the simple deployment and testing. Everything is developed by us. So that's what developers was feeling at that time. So once they develop this for 2 weeks, and then they will hand over the application to the testers and deployment team. The deployment team will do the deployment. They may find some errors. Anyhow, they will clear the errors of deployment with the developers, and finally they will deploy it in the dev, and testing team will start doing the testing. So while testing, they may find some defects, 10 to 15 defects of it. Okay, just sign up and login module. Maybe instead of name, it is accepting the special characters, and mobile numbers, it is accepting the name. So something like that. So then they will send these defects to the developers, and out of once they go through those defects, they may find 5 defects are invalid. Okay. And now the real fight starts. The developers will ask, why you raised invalid defects? Don't you know how to do the testing? Then testers will ask, there are 10 valid defects. Don't you know how to do the developments? This kind of struggle was happening between the developers and testing team, and they were escalating one by one against each other. And the technical managers, team leaders will come in. So instead of doing the project delivery success, lot of internal struggle and lot of internal fights were happening in this agile process, because there is no coordination between from day one. Because first 2 weeks these guys are working, next 2 weeks these guys are working. Okay, so that is why we introduced a simple process change again, that is called DevOps. Okay, but still it is same, still it is agile. Okay, sprint based development, but a simple process change here. Maybe I'm the developer. I developed one field for today. Enter your first name. So this is what I developed on the day one. Okay. So why testing guys and deployment guys should sit idle, so they can at least deploy this. Okay. Once as a DevOps guy, if you deploy this one, and testers can do the testing independently, right? They are not dependent on developers. Developers is continuing with their development, but testing guys can do the testing. So this is simple one field. So they will write some test cases, like testing the character length, and then whether it is accepting special characters, whether it is accepting numbers when you keep it empty and click on sign up, whether it is accepting or not. So there will be a lot of test cases. Okay, testing guys will do, and then immediately they will get the results and they will send to the developers. So in this only agile process, it is after 2 weeks of development, they may forget what they developed. They have to spend some time to remember. So how they did the coding. And in Waterfall, no need to discuss itself. It is months of time. They really don't remember anything. They have to go through completely. And few employees, they left the company. Again, there will be an additional responsibility to give KT to them. But here, as a developer, I developed this and then left for the today. And tomorrow when I come to the office, I can see there are some defects, and there will be no chance of rising invalid defects also here. But the chances are very less, because it's a single test case, single field. So then developer immediately, they remember what they developed earlier. If there are some defects, they can clear the defects immediately. So this is how the communication, collaboration, and cooperation is happening. So we know anybody say DevOps is about the communication, collaboration, and mixing the development and operations. How you mix the development and operations, those definitions, actually I'm not really convinced, and the guy who is defining like that also, they are not really convinced. How the communication it's okay, it's good. The communication collaboration is achieved. How it is achieved? So it is achieved like this. So finally, what DevOps says is, whatever you develop today, it should be tested, it should be deployed on the same day. So then you will get the immediate feedback. There will be high chances for you to get the feedback. Now, before going to the client itself, you have at least 1 month time. You have 1 month time to correct yourself. So just understand this fact. If one system is tested one time, maybe you can find 100 defects. If one system, if you test 14 times, you can find 500 defects. If one system, if you test 30 days, then you can find at least 501 defects. And that last one defect may be, okay, so that is a severe defect, a simple defect that is causing the entire your business going down. So if you test the system ideally infinite number of times, continuously, regularly, there will be a lot of chances to get the more defects find out before going for production. and then you can clear them easily. So like this, we will continuously complete our modules by end of the product development. So you may find a lot of defects, and there is a chance of, obviously, if you communicate well between the teams, so the results will be very best. Instead of you fighting and struggling between the teams, now there is a continuous communication. So here it is a like enemy kind of environment with just Agile. But if you introduce DevOps with Agile, there will be a friendship kind of environment. The results were achieved very great. So this is the DevOps. Finally, DevOps definition. If somebody asks you what is DevOps, if an interview asks you, then if you tell this proper answer, then they will get the good opinion on you. So now he can clear, is like very clear, you know about DevOps very well. So now finally, what we can say DevOps is a process of continuously deploying the application. For example, if a developer develops something, it should be deployed and tested on the same day so that we will get the immediate feedback and there is a chance for correction. Okay, so that is the DevOps. So that's DevOps itself is a continuous improvement. Okay, today you are following this process. So DevOps by definition itself, it should accept the improvements continuously. So that is why DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is a process that will improve itself. So DevOps is very popular from last 7-8 years, and it will be popular again for its lifetime because it is accepting the changes and improvements. Okay, so that is about DevOps. But do you understand the testing, manually testing or manually deploying is very much difficult, because now today it is a simple single line application. But after 20 days, 30 days, after 5-6 months, your application is becoming really big. Okay, then testing the big application, deploying the application is not very easy. So DevOps by definition, it will not say, it is not mandatory to use tools, but if you use tools, then you will get the best results. There is no chance for manual error. Okay, if you test the application manually, it may take 1 week to test the entire system maybe, or more time. But if you test it automatically, it may take 1 hour. If you deploy manually, it will take 1 day for you. But if you deploy automatically, it may take within few minutes. So that is why we are using the tools. Okay, so this Jenkins, SonarQube, Maven, all these tools were introduced before DevOps itself. But luckily, when DevOps process came into picture, so these tools were very useful for the DevOps ecosystem. So, and these tools were part of the ecosystem to achieve the best results. Now we have a lot of concepts that is. Now let's come to the concepts and tools what we are going to use as a part of DevOps engineering. First of all, Linux operating system is very much important because more than 96% of the servers in this entire software field is running on Linux OS. Even supercomputers are also running on Linux OS. So as a part of DevOps engineer, your daily work is to connect and communicate with the servers. So you should know Linux OS. This is mandatory. And when you're working in Linux operating system, learning Bash and shell scripting is also mandatory, because ultimately we are not going to do manually. For example, if someone asks you to install Jenkins, I don't prefer to install manually because manual installation will take some time. For example, if I ask you to do it in 100 servers, you have to spend at least 100 into 15 minutes to install the Jenkins. But if you know if you have this scripting ready, it may take maximum 2 minutes. You can do it in 100 into 200 minutes. Okay, so that is the power of scripting. So simply, if you have so scripting is definitely mandatory. Okay, there is no other chance, there is no escape. Not only in DevOps, everywhere. Even you are working as a SQL developer, so ultimately your clients wants to use PL/SQL. Okay, if you are working as JBoss or Linux admin, definitely nobody wants you to do the installations manually. Everybody will ask you to do the scripts. So scripting is nothing but, for example, if you have logs, okay, if the task is to carry these logs from the farm to factory, so there are two options. One, you carry the log one by one, or second option is you can keep them into a big container and you ship at a time. So the same concept here. If your Jenkins installation has maybe a process of 20 commands, you have to run 20 commands to install a Jenkins. if you have to run one by one command and you need to check the result, whether it is the first command is success or not, then only you can proceed for second command. Instead of doing 20 commands manually, you keep all those 20 commands in a script, then run it at a time. Okay, so now there is no chance for manual errors. Scripting is not very much difficult. Keeping those commands, first you know how to install manually, then keep those commands in a simple file, and maybe some conditions, some variables, some loops will be there. Then the script will install it in within few minutes. So you work in any technology in IT, not only DevOps. So everybody prefers scripting. Maybe these are olden days, at least for 3-4 years back, maybe they are not asking for scripting, but scripting is mandatory nowadays. So Linux and shell scripting is very important. And later we have configuration management. Okay, so that is nothing but Ansible. So this is also very important. So we'll discuss more about the concepts once we are into the course. And continuous integration, it is also very important. Now Jenkins is a popular tool in this. And source code management, because you are writing a lot of scripts and your developer is writing a lot of programming, you have to store it ultimately in some repository that is called Git or GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab. It can be anything. So we are going to discuss GitHub, and then continuous deployment will anyhow use it. Ansible for this from Jenkins, and we have build tools like Maven and NPM, and we have AWS infrastructure. Nowadays, all the infrastructure is in cloud environment. Nobody prefers on-premise because you have to again maintain the space, maintain the power in network, separate resources, and you have to pay it whether you use it or not. But if you go for AWS, it will be very easy for you to maintain the infrastructure. And infrastructure automation, Terraform, infrastructure as a code. So this is also very important. And finally, containerization, and that is Docker and Kubernetes. Kubernetes, we used to call it as K8. And finally, monitoring. So as I said, once you deploy the applications automatically, you just need to monitor it. That is nothing but Prometheus, ELK, and New Relic. Okay. So this is the high-level syllabus we are going to discuss and practice. Okay. The detailed syllabus. So whatever is popular nowadays as part of DevOps and Cloud Engineer, we are going to discuss each and everything. Okay. Detailed syllabus is here. Okay, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Prometheus, Grafana, ELK, AWS, shell scripting, Git, SonarQube, and Nexus. SonarQube is for scanning purpose. Yeah, and so this is the detailed syllabus, and there will be some low-level syllabus also here, a document. So these are the tools and the list of topics. We are going to discuss Python as well. Okay, so this is the detailed low-level syllabus you can go through. So these are the popular tools and technologies nowadays. Okay, as part of DevOps engineer, you may not work in everything once you join the project. So they will hand over either Ansible and Jenkins or Terraform or Docker and Kubernetes to you. But we should not take a chance while learning. We have to learn almost everything. So then you can clear the interviews. Once you step into the project, you understand the entire things happening, but you will be expertise in particular tools, because there will be a 5-6 members team. So you will handle Jenkins, or you will handle Ansible, or you will handle Kubernetes, you will handle Terraform, or you will handle Prometheus. They can give you anything as part of the team. So that is your primary responsibility, and secondary responsibility is handling other tasks if they are not there, if they are in leave. Okay, so that is the syllabus. And coming to the training details shortly, and from tomorrow we will have classes from 7 to 8:30. I am the trainer for entire course. Okay, you can join this session link in our website daily, at least for the coming week. And then duration is minimum 3 months. It may go up to 4 months also. So on an average, I can say it is 3.5 months. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to follow GitOps. Nothing is going to be manual. Everything will be in the repository. You can see here, we have a lot of repositories here. So we are going to develop more and more repositories. I will share it in the GitHub with some documentation. You can go through, you can refer. And so DevOps is integration, So end of the day, we have to use all these tools to do the automatic deployment and then testing. So many guys, not everyone, they teach like they will teach Jenkins 2 days, Maven 2 days, Ansible 2 days, and then Terraform 2 days, AWS 2 days. And at the end of the training, they may give you some hello world dummy project from GitHub, and they will start running that CI/CD pipeline. So that is not going to useful anyhow. Okay, because if you are, this training is going to be, if we directly deploy you into a project as a DevOps engineer, as a fresher. So now how you configure the project with DevOps from the scratch. This is how the training is going to be. Okay, we are not going to the project at the end. We will do the project after the Linux itself. Whatever you learn the concept, immediately you have to apply on the project. So that is how the real-time projects will run. Okay, so if there is a new DevOps project is going to be started, you are recruited into that project. So then you have to do like this only. So you should not say to your team leaders and managers, we will practice to the tool one by one, and after 3-4 months we will do the DevOps. Then that's not how it works. Okay, you have to do it from the day one. Whatever you learn, whatever you understand, you have to apply it immediately on the project. So that is how our training is going to be, and you will have lifetime access to the recordings. Even you miss the session, within 1 or 2 hours, the recording will be uploaded. And to reflect the real-time environment, we are going to have multiple environments. Okay, we will have dev, QA, and production environment. And the project is from the IBM RoboShop project. That is the open source project from IBM. It's a big project, not a simple hello world project. Okay, it's like enterprise level project. It has multiple modules like user, cart, catalog, payment, shipping, many things. Okay, and I will definitely help you in the resume preparation session. You can again check it on our channel. I already conducted one resume preparation session. You can refer it. We can also have it. And then there will be a Slack channel for discussion. So like this, you can continuously share your questions. And if you have any errors, you can share it here. So if you are practicing very well, you can even clear the doubts of others so that you will get more confidence. This will be like a Stack Overflow kind of discussion. Okay. And so every week we'll have 3 dedicated Q&A sessions in the evening for 45 minutes, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, if you're feeling if your error is not at all clear, you can join that session. We can discuss how the error is coming. Okay, so but before asking something, so the practice, how you should practice it. Okay. So first, join to the session regularly. Don't try to miss it. Okay, mostly don't try to miss it. Join the session, and then I will say you will understand maximum 50%, because this is completely new technology. You should not expect you understand 100% of it. At the end of the session, we will have 10 minutes question and answers, particularly to that topic. Okay, so after that, you will get recording. You open the recording and write what you understood. Okay, maybe you just maintain in notes. And second time, close the record, have your notes, do the practice. Now it is hands-on practice. Okay, so don't just listen to it. Okay, I'll be writing, I'll be installing, I'll be developing a lot of things in the session. You just repeat the same thing, whatever we discussed. First, listen to the recording and write what you understood. Next, close the recording, have your notes, and do the hands-on practice. So third time, close notes and recording both. Then do practice again. Okay, delete everything, whatever in the second step, then you practice again. So you will get a lot of confidence while practicing again and again. So here you understand 60%, here you understand 70%, here you understand 80 to 90% like that. Okay. So this is how you should practice. Then while doing practice, you may get a lot of errors. Immediately don't take the screenshot and send it to me just because you are paying to us. Okay. Just read the description, read the error description multiple times. Okay, and you understand. So I know a lot of use cases when they don't even read the description, there will be that may be simple silly mistake and they will wait for the trainer or someone else to find that mistake. Okay, but if you are just focused, if you spend a little time on it to read the error description just for maximum 5 minutes, you can understand what's went wrong. Okay, so read the error description, search it in Google. There will be a lot of discussion. So through this process, you will get the remaining 10% of understanding. Okay, so even nobody is exception, because even when myself I am working in a DevOps and cloud projects, I may do a simple silly mistake. So it may take a lot of time for me to understand what went wrong. That is a silly mistake. So it may happen for everyone, not only you, not for every one of us. Just try to spend some time, delete everything, recreate, and then try to understand what's went wrong, what is going in the background. And when you're not finding the result, definitely you can post it here. So any one of us like me or other guys will try to clear, or you can watch what others are getting doubts. You can also try to clear others' doubts. So that is the way you learn properly. Okay. And you can always join to Q&A session. You can share your screen if that is really worrying you. So that is how you should do the practice. Okay. And coming to the certifications. So there is no DevOps certification. If somebody tell you to do DevOps certification, that is completely fake, because nobody wants DevOps. It is completely open. Okay. If you find a company that is providing DevOps certification, then that is completely fake. There is one DevOps certification, AWS DevOps Certified Professional. Okay. And there are some. So what this AWS did is they took GitHub and then they created a product called code commit, and they took Jenkins code and they created a product called code pipeline and code deploy. Okay. So these are the product created by AWS. So they took the open source code and they renamed it, and then they're releasing as a AWS services. Okay. So if you are working on these tools in your project only, then you go for AWS certified DevOps professional. Your clients can sponsor you, but otherwise don't go for any DevOps certification, because nobody wants the certification. If you are doing AWS, then AWS is owned by Amazon, then you can go for certification. If DevOps is not owned by anyone, then you don't need to do the certification. Just knowledge and expertise is enough. Okay. And important certifications I can say is Certified Kubernetes Administrator. Okay. And then Terraform Associate and AWS Solution Architect Associate. So these are the things anyhow we are covering in our syllabus. You can definitely do these certifications. If you don't have budget, then it is completely fine, because if you are performing very well in the interviews, nobody can force you for the certification. But if you have budget, maybe you can get sponsorship from your companies, then definitely try to do it. Okay. And how much time you have to spend on practice? That is completely varied person to the person. If we are a Swami Vivekananda, we can just join the session, we can understand 100%, but obviously we are the average software engineers. If you're already working, try to spend 4 hours time on weekdays and full time on weekends, because this is your life-changing decision. This is not a simple decision to take. It's not about the money, it's not about that, because this is a next step you are going to do it. So you have to take it very seriously. Maybe if you guys, they get seriousness in the beginning of the sessions, but they may lose it after once the days are passed. So you have to free yourself. You need to tell your family members, you need to escape, at least try to steal the time from your other activities. You have to convince your family members, your everything. Okay, maybe your friends, steal the time from your personal activities and from work and spend most of the time here. If you spend at least 4 to 5 months of time here, next, you don't need to think about your career. Okay, so at least you can enjoy at least for next 5 to 10 years. Obviously, we'll upgrade because DevOps has a lot of features. There is AI ops also is coming. You can easily upgrade by yourself once you are in this track. Okay. So focus and dedicate completely for this training. Okay, so every week we will be sharing the resume points and understand what you practiced, what you listened for this week. Write them somewhere. Okay, so that is how you need to practice. Okay, if you are a full-time working, if you are free for full-time, maybe you are in bench, you are in a career gap, or you are in you have a lot of time. So I ask you to spend ideally 8 to 12 hours a day, because average software engineers, they spend at least 8 hours of time. If you are learning, then if you are free, then obviously you need to spend 8 hours. Just by joining the sessions, you cannot become the DevOps engineer. Just feel like you are already a DevOps engineer. You need to spend 8 hours time to configure the project, whatever we are discussing. Don't feel me as a trainer. Don't just take me as your project lead. I am telling you to do something. You have to go and do it. Okay. So that is how you should practice. Okay. So if you're already working in IT, don't worry. You need to upgrade anyhow. Everybody, not even me and you, even the Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella also, they upgraded their careers. Maybe they started their career with C and COBOL developers. Nowadays, they are speaking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, blockchain, because they upgraded their career continuously. It's not at all an obstacle. No need to worry. Don't have any second thoughts. You can definitely upgrade. And any person can with valid degree, they can come to IT. Not only DevOps, you can choose any technology. You should have some valid degree. That is in India, but in other foreign countries, they don't even ask for degree. So you have to learn, you have to practice. Okay. If you are in my team, I don't care what is your education background, what you were earlier. If you are able to do the task successfully, then that's all I want as a manager or team leader. Okay. So that's it I want to say. I hope I explained everything. So I will definitely do my best, because we are doing this from long back, from 2016 and 17. I was teaching DevOps. I started with one student in Bangalore, Marathalli PG. Okay, at the time, if you are able to explain what is DevOps, you are getting the jobs. Nowadays, obviously there is a competition because DevOps is more trending. Whoever practice very well, then they will definitely win the competition. Okay. So now we can have a few questions discussed. Vishwanath, you have some question?
No, sure, I'm good.
Okay, so maybe if your questions may be automatically answered in the last few minutes. If your question is answered, then I'm lowering all the attendees' hands now. If you still have question, you can rise again.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, now if you have questions, you can rise again. Yeah, Kalyan Krishna.
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah,
Good
hi.
morning.
Good morning.
Actually, your introduction, everything is fine. I was following. I was part of 72 batch due to some
Okay.
medical emergency in the family. Couldn't be able to continue.
Okay.
So can I continue this class? I just want to
Yes.
understand.
Yes, you can. Just ping us in the WhatsApp.
I need to ping. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure,
thank you
definitely. I
so
will
much.
coordinate.
Yeah,
Thank you very
definitely.
much.
Most welcome. Kandula Satish.
Yeah, hi Shiva. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
So, like, my question is like, I have experience around 11 years working
Okay.
on mainframes technology.
Ping
So,
on which technology?
mainframes technology.
Okay. Okay.
So, I'm planning to shift my technology as the mainframe is getting old and we're getting very less calls.
Okay.
So, is this course useful to my considering my experience and how I can get a job? So, once I learn that DevOps, I have this kind of doubts.
Okay. So this is a general question. Maybe you are anything, you are a mainframe developer, or you are automation testing, you are L2 support, you can be WebSphere, .NET, whatever, Java developer, anything. You have some experience. So
Yes.
whatever you gained in this experience is not wasted. Okay, so it's not about complete 100% technology when you are working as a software engineer. So there is a lot of other soft skills. So you have to communicate with your team properly. You know how to behave with your team leader. You know how to behave with team manager. You know how to behave with client. You know how to cooperate with other teams. So these are all part of 50% of the skills. Okay, so you know them very well. Okay, so nowadays, now you took the decision to become a DevOps engineer. Now this is not going to be a fresher course, right? For example, if you got a chance within your company to move internally, then they know you, like you are a mainframe. So you need some time to become DevOps engineer. They will give you some time. So so after some time, they will not consider you as fresher after 3 or 4 months. So will they consider you as fresher? Definitely no. So you are obviously experienced person. You learned DevOps, but even you learn DevOps, you have to do it as a senior level. So now we are spending 3 to 4 months of time here. You are practicing 3 times more than what we discuss in the session. Then with this much of focused learning, definitely you can get minimum 3 years of experience. Okay. So you have to tell while changing in the next company or while changing internally also, you can tell your HR. So I recently upgraded myself. Even companies are definitely welcoming the cross training and upgrades. Okay, upgrades of the employees. So you can tell your HR. So I learned DevOps very well. I did one or two certifications recently, or if it's fine, even you don't do the certification, you can tell, please deploy me in a DevOps project. Definitely they will interview you and you will answer the questions automatically because you practiced very well. So they will take you, you can become DevOps engineer, or other chances you have to put at least 3 years of experience as a DevOps engineer. You have to put in your profile. First 8 years I worked as a mainframe developer. After that, as part of career upgrade, I learned DevOps and I'm working as DevOps engineer now in my current company. So then companies will definitely consider you. Okay, so you should not say yourself like, I recently learned DevOps from joindevops.com. Please take me as a DevOps engineer. Definitely they will not consider. Okay, but here you have to tell you have a 3 years of experience. Just by saying 3 years of experience, they will not take you. They will do the interviews, right?
Yes.
Obviously, you will convince them in the interviews, like what are the work you are doing. So that comes through the practice and then my teaching also. So we are going to definitely discuss the real-time project. You will not feel it very difficult. So you need to practice a little bit for the interviews again. So I'll share the interview questions. We have already some interview questions here as part of my Terraform and Docker course. I'll share these kind of questions, and the answers are not like from internet. So these answers are like you practiced, and this answer is like a general description, not from the bookish definition. Okay, so this comes from your practice, then you can say it confidently. So with these many efforts, so this is what we can do. Okay, if you follow these things, then definitely you can have good career.
Okay. And about the long-term career growth in DevOps, like how it will be?
Yeah, that's what I said. DevOps itself, it have to improve the process of itself. Okay, so like as a person, we have to improve ourselves continuously. So DevOps also it's same. It is a technology that should be improved itself continuously. So now, earlier it is DevOps, now it is DevSecOps. After a few years, it will become AIOps. And DevOps and cloud is mandatory for any technology, even after artificial intelligence also. So it has some applications in the background, maybe Python applications, Java applications, database applications. Those applications should be deployed automatically using DevOps, and they are in cloud environment. Okay.
Okay.
And artificial intelligence operations will come, not immediately, maybe after few years. So then at that time you can automatically upgrade. If you are in a DevOps team, then your team slowly will move to AIOps after 5 years. It will be definitely a part of it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Siva.
Okay, most welcome. Praveen, you have some question?
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, part of this course, are you also teaching a low-level course that you showed this
Low
few minutes?
level.
Yeah.
Low level. That was the things we are going to practice. Yeah, that's why I kept it here. Low level points.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. So you're going to cover everything, this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. Srilata, you have some question? Srilata? Vijay Reddy?
Hi, Shiva, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I am from US. Okay, so I'm I have experience on ETL and other, technologies, Unix
Okay.
and that. So I also took some training on DevOps, but that's not a full-fledged training.
Mm.
Okay, so I want to understand how is the US market? Like if you know, if anybody recently
Okay,
got
so right now recession is going on. I cannot say DevOps is good, but out of any technology in the world, DevOps is definitely in the top. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe recession will not stay for long. If you're practicing well in the recession, so that is the best time to practice. Okay, so many guys are asking me, there are no jobs outside. How can I become DevOps engineer? So if the share market is down today, maybe it lost 50%. So will you buy the shares or will you, what you do generally? The market is down.
I'll invest.
Yeah, so you will invest, right? So because the recession is there, and definitely there is no pressure on you. When you get the pressure, because there are a lot of jobs outside, everybody is becoming DevOps engineer. How can I become DevOps engineer? Then that will be stress for you. So there are no jobs at all. So then there is no pressure on you because there is no jobs, no one is being placed, but it is the best time to learn. Okay, so if you learn in the recession time, after 4 or 5 months, when the recession is over, definitely there will be a flood of openings. Then who will be recruited in that? Whoever is practiced in the recession time, they are ready to give the interviews. Then if you perform a little bit, then definitely you will be taken. And few
Right.
guys, they are waiting for the recession to be over, and they will spend this recession time they enjoy. And after recession, once there are a flood of openings, then they will start preparation. Okay.
Right.
So once
So-
they start preparation, it will take 5 to maybe 4 or 5 months. After that, there will be a huge competition. All the openings are closed. So now I can say it's the best time for you to prepare. So definitely the market will be good. Yeah. So if you want some consultancy contacts, I can give you. I have my friend. Yeah.
Right. So I'm in little urgency because the layoffs are going on. I feel like urgency. So what I'm want is I already know concepts of DevOps because I already said I took some training.
Mhm.
So if you can give me the access of the previous recordings or any practicing sessions, that
Yeah.
will be very helpful for me. I can spend as you said, I can spend 8 hours a day that I can
Okay.
quickly
That's
pick up and get into the market.
Oh, super. Just ping us in the WhatsApp. We will give you that solution. Yeah, we can support. Don't worry.
Okay. Can you give me the WhatsApp number if you don't
It's
mind?
there in our website,
Website.
joindevops.com. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will ping that. Thank you so much.
Okay, most welcome. Ajay?
Yeah, hi Shiva, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So you told scripting will take place in all tools, right? So how much percent we can say the scripting takes place?
Scripting can be any percentage. Okay, for example, Terraform itself is a scripting. So scripting is not a tough thing because before you write scripting, you need to understand what's going on. Okay, so
Okay.
maybe it can be at least 50% because DevOps itself is like GitOps. Whatever you do, you don't do it manually.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, most welcome. So and trust me, don't worry about the scripting because it is very, very easy. It's not like Java, .NET development. So if it is development, so now let me tell you. So coding, let us call it as coding. One type is programming. So that is like Java, .NET. So these guys, they do a lot of complex programming, that is like database transactions, session managements, lot of triggering communications. So their task is the project should be very, very fast within less time. It should consume less memory. Okay, should be more fast, consume less memory. Okay, I mean performance is more, memory is very less. But here scripting, you don't have that pressure on you. Okay, we don't calculate whether you are doing fastest programming within less time. We don't do like that. The scripting is just to automate a simple task like installing Jenkins, creating some RDS instances. Nobody will calculate how much time it is taking to create the RDS instances from your scripting. So here there are a lot of concepts, OOPS concepts, some design patterns, algorithms, data structures. Scripting don't have that much thing. It has simple variables, conditions, and then loops. That's it. Mostly these three we only use it in the scripting. Nothing much. Don't worry about it, because you cannot even escape from the scripting. You are working in any technology also. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Rakesh P. Gupta.
Hey, hi Shiva. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is Rakesh. Actually, I have a total 8 years of experience in US staffing. The thing is, I just want to move from that to IT side. So I preferred admin. So that's why I choose DevOps. That's why I saw a lot of your videos, and I gained some knowledge, and so I just followed you. I have some 4 questions. That is, Q&A sessions would be only in evenings, or any morning sessions there will be.
So in morning session, we can discuss the questions on that particular day topic, because if we discuss the earlier topics, we will be deviated. So, okay. And then evening sessions, we can discuss anything.
Okay, and the thing
And
is, mine is already full-time night shifts, though that is a concern. It's okay, I can manage for morning sessions. Then the second question is, you said you are going to be provide the Python scripting, right? Even
yes,
yeah. But when I see some of the requirements in USA, there a lot of people are asking the requirements. They are asking for the JavaScript. So both when compared to JavaScript and Python script, the process would be same, or it would be
no,
some.
JavaScript is a development, purely development. It's not DevOps.
Okay. Oh,
So maybe some startups, they may ask everything. Okay. But
okay.
MNCs, they will definitely have separate teams for everything.
Okay.
Yeah, JavaScript
And
understanding maybe you should have. So like while doing our projects, we will have how the Java projects are structured, how the .NET projects are structured, how the JavaScript projects are structured. You will get that knowledge.
okay, good. And the third question is coming to the interviews. Nowadays, no one will ask what is DevOps, what is DevOps, what is. They will directly ask, tell me about your project. In that way, the first question would be like that only, and
Yes.
the second question would be like that only.
Yeah.
So, according to your course, you're going to provide some of the IBM project, right? Can we answer with that project? Can we
Yes,
gain an
definitely. As a DevOps engineer, if someone asks you to explain your project, so asking this question to developer is different. Asking this question to DevOps is different. If you are a
okay.
developer of any banking system, so they will expect you, what is the module you are working? Either you are working in credit card, debit card, savings bank, investment banking, and what is the, what is the logic you are writing? So that is what they expect. But here as a DevOps guy, will they expect you how you are developing the debit card?
No, no.
So they will expect you how you are deploying the applications. So as a DevOps
Okay.
guy, I don't care what is the application. Only I see whether it's a Java application or .NET or Python or Go language. That's it. I don't care whatever the language they develop, but I will do the same process of automation of deployment. So they are expecting the answer, how you are automating the deployment. Then you can
Okay.
say we will have a lot of stages in between, like cloning, building, testing. We are following shift left. Okay, we are deploying in cloud environment. We are deploying in Kubernetes environments. That is what they expect. And then we will have pipelines. So we will be developing the pipelines continuously. Our developers, they may ask some change in the pipelines. That is what they expect.
Okay, okay. And coming to this, testing is mandatory because testing, if we want to do test, Selenium is required. If you want to do Selenium, Java is required. So that is a main concern. So
No, you should not, you no need to understand how scripting, testing. There will be a dedicated testing team, obviously. So they will be writing the Selenium scripts continuously, and they will tell you how to run the commands also to run the scripts. You don't need to worry
Okay.
about it at all. Okay, you will definitely connect with the testing team, and you both together will configure that.
Okay.
From your
And
side,
my
there will be
final,
no efforts. Yes, please. Next.
okay, good. And the final question is, what would be the fee structure?
Okay, we will discuss that. It's clearly mentioned in the website. Let us discuss only the academics part here.
Okay, okay, done. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Most
everything
welcome.
is fine.
Yeah, bye. See you. And the next question. So we have someone from Pranay. Pranay, you have some question?
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah, hi.
I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sure. Like I run this Linux scripting and
Hmm.
more things have been included like PowerShell scripting also. Like
No,
the main
PowerShell is for the Windows environment. So as I said, 96% of the servers are Linux. Okay, so we cannot discuss everything. So we are completely concentrating on the Linux environments. PowerShell. So ultimately, the concept is same, but the syntax difference may be a simple syntax difference we say. So we are not going to discuss PowerShell. We are going to discuss Bash.
okay. So like most of the companies are using only the one which belongs to Linux, right?
Yes, mostly 96%. That's what we can say here. You can just check in the Wikipedia of Linux also. 96% are using Linux. When supercomputers are also using Linux, you don't need to worry about that. And even if they give you to write PowerShell, don't worry. You can write it once you practice shell. Okay. Yeah. Next question is from Aparna. You have some question? You can unmute and ask.
Hello. Are you able to
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah. Hi, hi.
Hi. So do we need to have any programming knowledge for this
No
DevOps?
need. No need. So
So,
programming will be done by developers. So if developers are there, we don't need to do the programming.
okay. So here we are going like the process of DevOps is continuous deploying and integration. That's it, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
So the developers will be writing the code, and for that code, we are deploying it in Jenkins.
We are deploying through the tools in all environments like dev, QA, production, whatever it is.
Okay. So it is just like deploying.
Yes. Automatic deployments and monitoring.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Alekya Krishna, you can unmute.
Hi Shiva, I'm audible to you.
Yeah, hi, you're audible.
Yeah, very good morning. This is
Good
myself
morning.
Krishna. Actually, I'm having 7+ years experience as a TBA.
Okay.
So my question is a generic question, it's not a technical query.
Hmm.
So after learning this DevOps, so how I can interact with my HR or manager to take the DevOps position in same company?
Okay, so that is purely your project internal. You can just tell them like, yeah. So you can tell them, you
They
can
are
convince
expecting
them.
some.
Yeah, so that's what you learned here, right? You explain them how you learned DevOps, what is the DevOps, take a session to them. So few of my students, when they got DevOps into their projects, they gave the presentation to the managers. So what they understood DevOps, how can they configure it, how can they install the tools, how can they deploy the applications automatically. So that is what they gave the presentation. Now I gave you a simple presentation. Just you make one presentation and then give to your managers. Definitely they will convince.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes, you have something again. Okay, Kun Reddy.
Yeah, hi, Shiva.
Yeah,
Good
hi.
morning.
Good morning.
After joining this class and completing all the tasks and practicing very well, how many years of experience I can claim?
Yeah,
Presently,
minimum 3 years.
minimum 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That was my question. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Thank you so much. Chandrasekhar.
Hi Shiva, this is
Hi.
Chandra. Yeah, I
Hi,
am from
Chandra.
70 batch Shiva.
Which batch?
70.
Okay.
70.
Okay.
So just you're your trainer, right? So as a curiosity, I joined this session. I want
Okay.
to know, is it going to be same RoboShop project or?
Yes, same project, same syllabus.
Okay. And if I want to continue in this batch,
Yeah, just message us in the WhatsApp.
yeah, I've been messaging from a month, but I'm not getting any
From a
reply.
month. Sorry, you will message right now. We will reply.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much. So I hope you had a good training in batch 70 also, because same syllabus. Don't worry.
And Raghu's sessions will be rare, right? Evening.
No, he will start new batch from August 20.
Okay. No, I'm asking QA sessions daily 9
Yes.
PM.
Yeah, they are there. You can join.
Okay.
Okay. Most welcome. Bye-bye. Avinash Madas.
Hi, Shika.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm from the 74 batch, the previous batch.
Okay.
I want to move into your batch. Is that possible?
Yeah, please ping us in WhatsApp. Definitely we will respond. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Madhukiran.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi, Madhukiran.
No, I understand everything about the concepts. How do you go through that? Apart that, how do I get the access for Slack channel?
Yeah, so we will send you invites to you. Just accept it. You will be there.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
like these guys, yeah. Most welcome.
Okay.
Durga.
Hi, Shiva. Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Sorry, you can type your question because maybe you're not able to listen my voice. Okay. Satish Reddy.
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah, hi, Satish.
Shiva, I'm having 5 years of experience around. 4 years, 10 months. Actually, I'm an automation tester. First I was into support, service now tickets, then moved to manual, then moved to automation.
Okay.
So how many years I can keep for this one after taking the
As I
session?
said, minimum 3 years. Minimum 3 years you can.
Will it?
Hi, Shiva.
We can do. We can manage, right, with 3 years.
Yes,
for sure.
yes, you can manage, because now we are not going to do any fresher kind of thing, right? We are
Okay.
seriously deploying a production level application.
Sure. One more question, I don't know whether it is relevant, but nowadays everyone's saying cloud data engineer, data analyst, and data science. So
Okay.
how it will be? How can we say it is better than that? Which one I am choosing?
I'm not
Which one I
here.
need
I'm
to
not a
choose?
marketing guy here to do the marketing on DevOps. I know DevOps. I was promoting DevOps. If you are interested in DevOps, you can watch our sessions. You can become DevOps engineer. I don't say entire software is running on DevOps. There will be a lot of things. There is development, there is testing, there is data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, Internet of Things. But these technologies are not practical. Okay.
Yes.
This data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning is not yet practical. I worked in Internet of Things in 2015. But these are still in research stage. There are no projects practical projects. Okay. Do you
Okay.
know who started artificial intelligence recently? Only Microsoft, and then Google is in competition with Microsoft. So they are struggling to start artificial intelligence projects.
Yes.
Okay. So don't worry about them. It will take few years. Even they are into the picture. Definitely, we have to use DevOps and cloud for them.
Okay. Okay. Now means here also we are covering cloud. That is fine. AWS we are covering.
Yes.
That we can see. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Okay. Most welcome.
Sure. Then what about the videos which have been recording?
Yeah, I said lifetime access. We will send it within 1 or 2 hours. We will upload it. Okay.
Directly to a cloud or like directly to Gmail account?
To the private YouTube playlist.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much. Raju. So if you are good, anyhow, so I told everything from my side. And if you are good, you can leave for the day. No need to wait in the session. Okay, if you have some question only, you can stay here. Yes.
Hi Shiva.
We all discussed everything. Yes, yes.
This is Ajay again. So
yes.
I'm having total 4.5 years experience into EMC storage administrator.
Mm-hmm.
So in offer letter, they given infrastructure engineering storage.
Okay.
So will it be a problem for the next DevOps resume or what?
Not a problem. Position doesn't matter actually. Just add a DevOps word to it. See, in HR, they will ask you what you are doing when I'm doing as DevOps engineer. Then while coming to the form filling at the final stage of your offer letter, so they will just add a DevOps word to it. And in background verification, this is not at all a problem. Okay, so they will verify what is your name, what is your company, what is your start date, what is your end date, maybe your salary. Project details are completely confidential. They should not even ask which project you are working in generally to the background verifications. Okay.
Yes, understood. But the role they completely defined as storage.
It's fine. You can add DevOps word to them, and you can always convince like this, right? So even the position is like that. I'm working in a DevOps for the storage projects itself, or some of the project team DevOps around us. So that's what you can say. This is not a DevOps problem actually. It is a problem for anything.
Okay.
So you have to convince them somehow with your practice and with your interview skills. That's it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Most welcome. Okay, and Sheikh Kazir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I'm currently studying third year BTech, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have watched that 5 days demo session, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I understood them completely, sir. Sir, completely for freshers, this DevOps is
Maybe you'll get campus placements, you'll go for on campus, off campus. So instead of saying I'm a fresher, I don't know anything, if you say I know DevOps, I practice like this, if you explain the CI/CD in the interviews, definitely you'll be recruited.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. It's good you realized at the student stage itself. I was not realized at that time.
Sir, you actually told what mistakes you done, sir.
Yeah, correct. Don't do
That's
the mistakes.
Why. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for telling.
Maybe you do the mistakes, but realize them soon. Otherwise, you will not get the time to correct. A lot of guys say you have to do the mistakes, learn from the mistakes. By the time you learn from the mistakes, you will become 40, 50 age. So there is no time to resolve your mistakes sometimes. Okay.
Sure.
Most welcome. Kotta Pularao.
Yeah, sure. So I just wanted to ask, will this course will cover both AWS and DevOps, or separately we need to focus on AWS?
So we'll do it parallelly, like how in projects Parallelly, you will be setting the infrastructure. Parallelly, you will be setting the DevOps board. So I do it parallelly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. And Abhishek Karnakanti. Abhishek Karnakanti. Kishore CH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, Kishore.
Yes. So, for our practice purpose, so whatever you are telling the tools, right? So Ansible and Kubernetes, Docker, all. So these are all free. So we can use, we can install and we can use directly, or
yes,
see,
all the tools are 99% mostly free. Okay, these are completely open source tools. Okay, and in all of you, please create your AWS account. Okay, so there will be a lot of videos in the internet. Okay, even in my channel, I have posted Telugu plus English video how to create your AWS account. So AWS free trial is there for 1 year, but it is not free completely. So there will be a limitations. Okay, whenever you create the resources, once the practice is completed, just delete the resources. Okay, don't keep them. So AWS will never charge if you don't use it, even after 1 year also. So just be mindful what you are creating. Once you create, you just delete it. So that's how you should learn cloud technologies. Okay, now cloud will give you the 100% free of cost. And then you can always raise for refund requests. I raised many refund requests, even I will show you in the sessions. By mistake, if you just leave them, so they will charge you, then you can ask for refund. Like I'm learning AWS, please give me refund, then they will definitely refund you.
okay. So these Ansible and GitHub, so all are web based only. No need to install.
No, we need to install. We will discuss how to install everything from the scratch.
Okay, so that means nothing is chargeable.
Nothing is chargeable. Tools wise, not chargeable.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Good morning,
Yes,
Shiva.
Abhishek.
Good morning, Shiva. This is Abhishek. Yeah.
Yes, good morning, Abhishek.
Actually, I have 3 years experience on Azure DevOps. Actually,
Okay.
present in working in IT software.
Mm.
So I understood the DevOps terminology, all of these things. But I don't know how to move AWS. Presently, I'm working in Azure, right? So is it same in Azure and AWS? Is it same thing in DevOps terminology, or is it
So
different?
you just give me one clarity. You're working in Azure Cloud or Azure DevOps?
Azure DevOps and Azure Infra.
Okay, so you know the Azure DevOps now. So do you know what is
Yeah.
happening in the background really? Like you are working in Azure pipelines, Azure repos, Azure projects.
Yeah, I know everything, all of this stuff. But we are doing .NET project presently. But I don't know how to deploy the Java projects and all of this stuff.
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
is it is it everything is same thing? When we work in present, I am working .NET, right?
Yeah, I
So
understood. Let me tell you the answer. So you are already
Yeah.
working in Azure Infra, AWS, Azure, like they are different vendors to the cloud computing concepts. Underlying concepts are same. So in AWS, we call the server as EC2. In Azure, you call the server as VM.
VM, yes.
The concept is same. Like you are using Airtel, you are using Geo. So both are doing the same thing, but the vendors are different. So that's it in the cloud environments also. Concept is same. If you learn AWS, then you will have more advantage as a multi-cloud guy.
Yeah, okay. Actually, my career is never grow in this my organization actually. So I moved to the AWS right now. So previously I took the course from an academy from Docker and Kubernetes, actually from you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Is it same in this course or anything else?
Yeah, Docker and Kubernetes, it's same. I'm not going to invent anything new. That particular
That is the
concept
RoboShop, right?
Yes.
So I don't have that much of time. This is the 3 to 4 months course, right? So I understood the DevOps technology. Previously, I have knowledge in Linux also.
Yeah, you
Linux,
just message
all of
us.
this.
We will give you the solution. Maybe you're expecting the completed sessions, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Just ping us in WhatsApp. We will give you the solution. Thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
sure. Thank you so much.
Someone with name admin.
Hey, hi Siva.
Hi. Yes, you are audible.
This is Pasha. I'm working as an automation engineer, selling with Java.
Okay.
Now I'm looking to upgrade myself with DevOps, and my question is actually you showed me like syllabus in that I have seen like Python also. Where and how we are going to use that Python?
Okay, so simple use cases, you have a lot of dev RDS instances, EC2 instances running. After 9 p.m., everybody is going to leave the office. Why should we run it continuously? AWS will charge us. So you can use Python scripting to automatically switch off the dev instances at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and you will automatically switch on the instances tomorrow morning, maybe at 8 a.m. So this is one of the Python use case. You have to do it with Python scripting.
It's a replacement for like shell scripting or?
So shell scripting cannot do. Shell scripting is a native scripting. Within Linux server, if you want to do something, you can use shell scripting. Out of the, if you want to connect with other systems, then you have to use Python. So that is the difference. So I prefer each and every one of you just go to this DevOps overview sessions and try to understand the complete overview of the DevOps. What is the concept behind the tool? Why we use it. So these are the DevOps overview sessions. I have covered it. Okay. Definitely we are going to discuss again in the sessions, but I highly recommend all of you just watch these DevOps overview sessions. You will get full understanding of why and what we are going to use.
Sure, great. Okay. And my second question is, all these days in the JD, I'm finding Kubernetes mandatory, and what level you are going to teach the Kubernetes?
I'm going to teach everything. Just listen one of the guy, Abhishek Karnati, he joined our talk on Kubernetes. You can find what we taught here. So inside this GitHub repository.
Okay.
So I'm going to teach each and everything.
It's an admin level and a developer level, both are different or?
The developer, admin, both.
Okay.
CKA, CKAD. So developer is a subset of admin. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Most welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Most welcome. Bye-bye. Sai Kishore. Vishaka Devde.
Yeah, hello, sir. I'm trying to contact you since 3 days.
Okay.
So my condition is also like same. I'm working in an IT company. Currently, I'm on maternity leave, and my maternity leave will end in 2 months. So I have asked my managers that I want to upgrade, and they said they are okay, and they said that I should be ready for the interviews. So as I have 2 months of time, so sir, I request you to whether you can provide the videos, complete course.
Yes, please ping. Sometimes I cannot answer the calls because you can always respond as in WhatsApp. We will definitely reply. Okay. Thank you so much.
I like Pradeep sir has told that you'll be calling me yesterday, so I have waited for the whole day.
Oh, sorry, because I'm arranging for this. Okay, yes, definitely I'll come back. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So you can always WhatsApp us. We'll be checking the chats continuously. So in this session, definitely I cannot really discuss the low level tools and technologies we are using because this is a 1.5 hour session. So I highly recommend, that's why I recommend you to go and watch this. We are going to discuss anyhow in our session. Okay. So to the low level questions, definitely we cannot answer here. Okay. Yeah. And Uday.
Yeah, hi Shiva.
Hi.
Yeah, one question is like, for how long would you be supporting for question and answers and practice support after the course?
This Slack channel is a lifelong validity, so we are not going to remove you. You will have the continuous access. and you can join the Q&A session anytime, not after, even after the completing the course also.
Okay. So what is the timings for Q&A questions or sessions?
Yeah, I will let you know. Evening session, evening times, I will let you know. Maybe
Okay.
45 minutes dedicated session. Okay.
Okay. And one more thing I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am from non-IT background, and like you said, DevOps is all about deploying and monitoring using some automation tools.
Yes.
So I had a doubt, like after all the products in the market are automated, how will be the role of a DevOps engineer once it is automated?
So definitely you need to maintain them. So automation itself is not permanent. Okay. Today we automate something. After 1 year, requirements will be changing, right? So there will be new deployments continuously. Once you develop the application, are you going to leave the application or you are going to maintain it?
We need to maintain it.
So similarly, DevOps also should maintain the DevOps process. So there will be deployments continuously happening. You need to watch them. You need to monitor them. You need to change your pipelines. You need to handle other upcoming modules in your project, and you need to handle the infrastructure. Okay. So once you build the house, you have to maintain it continuously, right? That is right. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
most welcome. Bye.
Hi Shiva, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Waterfall.
Yeah, Shiva, what is the market share for Azure and AWS? Like in soon, which
So that is, you can simply search here. Right now, it is always AWS is the market leader because they invented the cloud computing concept. Okay. And AWS, for the first time learner, we recommend definitely AWS because it has a lot of services, 1,000+ services, completely stable. You will get more community support. Definitely AWS is the market leader, 32% of it. So once you learn AWS, you will have many openings, many projects, and obviously you can easily upgrade to Azure as well if the requirement comes.
Okay, but Microsoft is aligned with the Azure, right? So most of the companies, I mean, they will take the product Microsoft, right? So
that days were gone because earlier everybody was depending on .NET. Nowadays, everybody is depending on the open source tools.
Right. Okay.
So now you know Java is the popular enterprise programming language. Nobody is starting the new developments in .NET. That's my opinion. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Chinna. Vattam Nitish.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi, Nitish. Oh, either Nitish or Chinna can speak.
Yeah, I'm
Hello. Yeah, yes, Chinna, please.
Hi, Shah. My name is Chinna Subramaniam, sir.
Yes.
I'm recently passed out, sir, 2022
in
mechanical engineering, sir, BTech.
Okay.
Sir, I fresher, sir. So DevOps and learning, I am interested, sir.
Okay.
So job freshers, job vacancy are provided, sir, available or not, sir?
That I don't know, bro. You have to search in Naukri. So instead of going as fresher, just say I have good experience in DevOps and AWS. I learned. I know how to do it properly. Okay. So yeah, thanks so much.
Sir, RPA developer or DevOps related?
So I cannot compare apple and oranges. If you are interested in DevOps, you can do it. If you are still in confusion, just take some time and decide what is good for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, Nitish.
Yeah, Shiva. Total, I have 1.6 of experience in an MNC. I was trained on automation testing, but I did not work on any real-time project till now.
Okay.
But in next 1 month, I will be released from this project. So I have 4 months of time to learn DevOps. Yeah, if I learn DevOps perfectly, will there be any reference for the 1.10 years of experience people in the DevOps?
We will try. We cannot guarantee, right? So we can try.
Okay.
So you parallelly learn and then try outside, try to convince your HR, like you are taking the cross training. They can always give you the best.
Okay, Shiva. If not this, even while we are learning all AWS services, even I can apply as cloud engineer, right?
Yes, you can. So, but always, even you are cloud engineer, they may ask DevOps. Okay, DevOps and cloud are like two wheels to a motorbike. Okay. So if if you understand both, then you will be good.
Yeah, okay, Shiva. That's it from my side.
Thank you so much. Rakesh?
Yeah, hi, Shiv.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, how many hours of scripting we are going to cover?
So I cannot say how many hours because we have a lot of scripting, Shell, Ansible, Terraform. So everything is scripting based in DevOps. Okay. So yeah, I didn't decide how many hours.
Okay, can you train scripting from the scratch or usually
Yes, from the scratch.
Like
yeah, you can find the repositories also for old. So you can see everything is from the scratch, even everything from the hello world.
Okay, everything from hello world. Okay.
Yeah.
Usually some people do like already written script we are going to edit. I think we don't have.
Not like that. We will write it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. Shaker. Vishwanath Mamidi. Santosh.
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah, hi, Santosh.
Yeah. Actually, I'm working in non-IT background as a student charge in a construction department. And I did my degree at Open University BSc Computers. If I learn this DevOps, is I eligible for the sir?
If you have valid degree, not only for DevOps, for any IT technology, you are eligible. Okay.
But I did my degree in Open University. Is there an option?
Open University, I don't know. See, this kind of questions, I cannot really give you 100% gunshot answer because I can tell you whatever the queries you have in DevOps. This kind of general questions, I can say, if you have valid degree, it is valid either open or full. Some companies they prefer full-time degree. Some companies they prefer open. They are okay with open degree also if you are good at the concepts. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pavan Kiran. Oblesu.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yes, Pavan Kiran.
Hi, bro. I have a 3 years career gap in after completing my BTech. My educational background is civil, bro. I already worked in 2 years in civil, but now I am move on to IT side.
So if you're willing to come into IT, so definitely you have a lot of career gap. You need to learn, you need to practice as a full-time. As I said, you need to spend 8 to 12 hours a day. You need to spend more efforts. Definitely you have to show some experience. I hope you are aware of that, how you can show the experience. Okay, I cannot discuss in public. Thank you so much. Any other question?
No, bro. No.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you so much. Obulesu.
Yeah, hi Shiva. I'm
Yeah,
audible?
hi. Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, actually I have total 13 years experience in Oracle. I plan to switch over to DevOps. I learned few things from YouTube channel. 2 questions. Is the interview questions will be the difference for the, I mean, I'm planning to put 4 years of experience. So is interview questions will be different from my point of, my years of experience, and what about compared with 4 years of total DevOps
See,
there.
as a 13 years software engineer, they may expect you as a team leader. So team leader doesn't mean everything is DevOps. You have team leading skills. How can you guide team members? How can you give the reporting to the manager? So all these skills you already have. And as a DevOps team, as a DevOps team leader, so you should know the low level junior engineers, freshers, what they are working on. If they're stuck at some point of time, you need to guide them. So now once you learn DevOps, you have to tell yourself, first 10 years I worked in particular technology, last 3 years or 4 years I moved to DevOps. Now I'm at, so if then even they are asking for team lead position, you know what you are learning from the low level here. So we are starting from hello world. So you know everything what the low level engineers are doing. Like you feel yourself as a new to DevOps, you feel yourself as a fresher in DevOps, and you learn. And over 3 to 4 months of time or 5 months of time, you get some expertise of the 3-4 years guy. So after 4 years, obviously everybody will become senior engineer. You have that senior engineering team leader skills already. Okay, so now you can lead the DevOps team. So they will do the work. You have to guide them, and you have to just show them proper guidance. That's it. So those skills you already have it. So mixing your old team leader skills and the current DevOps skills, you can become the senior person in DevOps.
Okay, and my second question is, what is the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps?
Just adding some security related tools.
Oh, okay.
So we will scan the open source libraries. Yeah.
So it's related to architecture level with
Not
respect to
architecture.
security.
Yeah. So
Okay.
generally after deployment, somebody will find some security loopholes in our code, right, in our software. So you have to scan the software before you're releasing it to the deployment. So there are some scanning tools like SonarQube, Fortify, Web Inspect, and then you can scan your open source libraries. So it will give the results to us.
Okay. Okay, little bit got it. Okay, thank you. And one more thing, I can see in real time there is no DevOps role or DevOps designation specifically. What kind of designation roles is playing currently with respect to
The
DevOps?
designations are not same across all the companies. Some companies have the technology as designation. Some companies have the system engineer, assistant system engineer, consultant, like that. Okay. So designations in DevOps, if it related to technology, then DevOps engineer, senior DevOps engineer, team leader, architect, like that. There is no DevOps admin. There is no DevOps developer like that.
Yeah, that is one I got a little bit out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Shiva. And
Most
one more thing is, I want to specifically thanks a lot for your efforts, and I'm following you from past 20 days. Seriously, the way you are giving the efforts towards the people, whoever realized it and whoever did mistakes, it is very, very good. And also you are taking, selfish with respect to self efforts rather than others. Seriously, I am totally your fan kind of, because no, in this current competitive world and selfish world, no one will put efforts and preparing the videos and giving the advices very freely. And the way, seriously, I thanks a lot for your efforts, and hope God helps you.
I'm pleased. Thank you so much. All the best for your career as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Venkat Anand Nidadavolu. Yes, Devi Deepthi.
Hello.
Yes, Devi Deepthi, or who's this talking?
Hi, Siva. This is Venkat Anand.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, Venkat Anand, you can go first.
You said like AWS solution architect certificate. How much syllabus, personal syllabus will be covered from this course?
So I'm covering AWS Solution Architect Associate syllabus.
Like full, do you mean like full person?
Sorry?
I mean, total syllabus you will be covering for the solution architect.
Yeah, Solution Architect Associate is the entry level. So that's what we cover on the solution AWS. So later, once you are good, then you can slowly learn the services. So, but in general, I will teach you You may get a lot of services in your requirement. Maybe in you are in the project, you may get different kind of service. So I'll just teach you how can you understand the service, how can you do it.
Okay. Then with practice, I will be able to confidently attend the certification, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. And is there any limit cap on the batch?
Not sure. Maybe so. Today is demo session, right? Maybe maximum 30 to 50 members.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And yeah, Deepthi.
Hi Shiva, good morning.
Yeah, hi Deepthi, good morning.
Actually, I have 6 years of experience in automation as an automation engineer. After this course, the thing is, after this course, can I split this experience 3 years in automation, 3 years in DevOps?
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I was saying from this.
So can I put this project in my resume?
You can put your existing project. You can just say you are working as DevOps engineer.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Shiva.
Yeah. So you guys can watch resume preparation session also. So it is available in the YouTube channel anyhow. And here you can see there is a resume preparation session for recent batch 72 completed. So I discussed each and every point, how you have to put the resume, what is the template you should follow while preparing the resume. And we will discuss each and every point in that resume preparation. Don't copy it from the internet. Just feel whatever you are putting it, whether you really know it, justify yourself. Okay, so that is how we are slowly going to prepare our resume. After every 1 week, we will discuss what are the things we learned, how can you put them as a resume points. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so if your questions were answered automatically, I hope we discussed on each and everything. I'm lowering the hands once again, and you can still raise your hand if you still have the question. Ramkumar Jorrigala.
Hi Shiva, this is Ram Kumar. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Ram, I can hear
you. Okay, so Shiva, I have 12 years of experience in non-IT. I work in a KPO industry as a team leader.
Okay.
I have team leader skills, team managing skills, everything. Now I want to switch to IT, that to DevOps. So if I learn DevOps, will I get a chance to move to DevOps based on your experience? Can you suggest me?
So you are telling the question and answer. So I can say in general, if you learn and then try, definitely anybody can become anything. So, but maybe you have 12, 13 years of experience. You need to struggle a little bit. You should have a little bit struggle. You need to face it. You need to face a lot of challenges regarding your experience. And yeah, so that is what I can say. Anybody can become anything at any age. You know, a lot of success stories, not even in the IT, around the world. So that is based on completely you.
So you mean to say that I need to mention that at least I worked some 2 to 3 years of experience in DevOps.
Yes.
In that way, I need to sell myself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Bye-bye. Ramesh.
Shiva, Satish again. Are you going to take any mock interviews? This is my final question.
Yeah, if you are ready, so I will share you a few interview questions. I'll share you interview questions topic wise. I'll share you mock interview, some live interview recordings. Listen to all of them, and when you say you are ready to take mock, I will definitely take mock interview.
No, after completion of course.
Not after completion of the course, after completion of your practice.
Yes. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Vishwanath Mamidi. Vinod Kolluru.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, Vinod.
Yeah.
Oh, Vishwanath, sorry, yes.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Actually, I joined the last batch, Raghu sir batch. So By the time I request them to, I ask them to when Shiva sir will start the batch, but they said they don't know. But
Okay,
I'm
so at the
interested to
time
move to.
I recently decided only to take this DevOps.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, I interest to join your batch.
Yes,
So I
yes.
request to
Please,
all of you.
please message us in the WhatsApp.
Yeah,
We
already
will
I
reply
request
all.
them who I
Yeah.
contacted in the last time.
Yeah, so we will respond today.
Yeah, thank you.
Just
Sir.
ping
Thank you
us
so
once
much.
again. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Vinod Kolluru.
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah, hi.
Can I know the difference between the SRE and DevOps roles?
Okay, so we
Is,
cannot
is
discuss
there
that
any major?
new topic. So I have something in this channel anyhow, DevOps versus SRE. Okay, so in this
I
channel
think it
itself,
is
you can.
relevant. Yeah, I think the roles are relevant or it's completely different.
So those are like 50-50%. So as a SRE engineer, your main concentration is, for example, as part of Jenkins. So you have to install Jenkins, you have to upgrade the Jenkins, you have to make sure Jenkins is running continuously, you have to take the backup of Jenkins. So these are the site reliability engineering responsibility. But when it comes to DevOps, so as SRE guy, they don't care what you do inside Jenkins. But as a DevOps engineer, you create the pipelines in Jenkins. You use Jenkins. So their responsibility is they have to make sure the Jenkins is up and running all the time. So that is the high level difference I can say at this point of time. You can always find the videos in YouTube. But yeah.
Thanks, Shiva. And one more thing. Right now we are in the NOC operation.
Sorry, Vinod Kollur. You are yes.
Yeah,
you are in.
Sorry, we are in the NOC operation team.
Okay.
Yeah, it is easy to get on into the DevOps with the same project.
So I cannot generalize and then say, is it easy to enter into DevOps? It is definitely vary to person by person.
Okay. And the last question is, it's related to the AWS. Like what percentage involvement will be there in the AWS in this course?
So actually, we cannot clearly tell you what are the percentage, what is these kind of things. As I said, we will cover AWS Solution Architect Associate syllabus. I don't know how much percentage of it. Thank you so much. Ravi Nekkalapudi.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi.
When we are going to start the DevOps, what kind of environment we're going to use, either local system or AWS?
Not at all local, a completely cloud environment.
But how we are going to manage the account? Like it is a free or?
So it's a free trial. You may get some 500 to 1,000 rupees bill if you use it carefully. If you're getting more bill, you can always ask for refund.
Okay. To whom, like AWS team?
To AWS, you can request in the support use case.
Support use case.
Yeah. So that's don't worry about them. Okay. Any cloud, you have to spend some amount and then learn it. That's what I can say.
That's But when we are going to start, like we need to start like end to end, make the more practice, right?
Yes,
that's the reason. Yeah.
While you're practicing, create it. When you are not practicing, delete it.
Like every time you need to create a new account or like
no, not new account, new services only.
New services only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So all of you just create your AWS account, okay? And Kiran.
Hi Shiva.
Hi Kiran.
Hi Shiva. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
So Shiva, here my basic question is like, do we need to access databases also? Or
yeah, we will have databases also, RDS, NoSQL.
So do we need to really know SQL or anything for accessing that?
So SQL, no, to access you don't need to understand SQL, but very, very basic knowledge of SQL, like select star, that is enough, like firing some table. So this you can learn it within half an hour.
Okay. And also we will be covering Python, right? Important
Yes.
concepts in Python and everything.
Yes, correct.
And my last question is, Shiva, so we'll be dealing with IBM project, right? So
yes.
If I need to upgrade, like if I need to put like 3 to 4 projects in my resume, So will you be able to provide me the projects and like
Yes.
what project I need to put in my
Yes. So if you have those kind of doubts on the projects, you can watch this session. Okay, I explained it very clearly. Again, I'm going to take this session for every batch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you will
Okay.
get it very clear, understand. Just
Yeah.
watch this session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then finally, Srinu.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
I have a few questions regarding the course.
Hmm.
So currently, I'm in the UK.
Mhm.
So the main question is that you will discuss the topic related to the project, right? You're explaining in the whole session.
Yes.
For example, we are using a Linux. On our project, we are using for 10 to 20 commands. That's it. And for a DevOps engineer, we need 30 to 40 commands. So do we use?
There are 25,000 plus commands in Linux. Nobody knows everything. Okay, we will, as a project preparation, we will try to practice each and everything. So whenever we are done, not even in Linux, discussing Linux, but when you are discussing Jenkins also, you have to practice the Linux commands. Okay, I never count how many we use it. Okay, but definitely we will cover Linux intermediate level of knowledge. So you can already watch those sessions if you are more interested. Okay, you can watch these things. Yeah, don't worry about that. So like commands, you cannot learn all the commands. You can always search something in Google and understand what it is doing.
Not all the not all the commands, only the commands which we use mostly frequently.
Yes, we will practice them. So that's how we will configure our DevOps project.
And one more doubt, do you have any contacts in the UK after my course that might be helpful?
No, I don't have any contacts in UK. Sorry. I will try. Thank you so much.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi.
Actually, this is Devi. My doubt is the thing is that I have only Windows-based system. So can we install VirtualBox in my system?
No, don't go for it. We will use Linux AWS Cloud. Okay, thank you. So mostly every one of us have Windows. I also have Windows. Thank you. Rohit.
Hi Shiva. I just want to know about the payment process, how to do. Means from tomorrow onwards, only the paid student will continue the batch, right?
No. Next 1 week, anytime
Okay.
you can pay. So those are like public sessions.
Okay.
So from second week, those are private sessions. So you'll get all the details in messages and emails.
Sure. Thank you. This was my question. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Most welcome. And Swaroop.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi.
Actually, I have experience for 5 years of experience in a non-IT background, and that too, I currently graduated in a BCom Commerce actually. So now my question is that I know a lot of people ask this question, I think so. The thing is that how this will help to me like this course, and how can I go for it? Even I pinged you in the chat box also. Like here you mentioned like there is no certifications for DevOps like that. How can we prove that we are like into a DevOps? Like even nowadays it will be difficult, right, for non-IT people. For who
They will ask you the questions, you have to answer them. So the question certifications, I said in DevOps there are no certifications, but you can always do these certifications. CKA, Terraform, and then AWS Solution Architect Associate. Okay. You don't need to prove through the certification. That's not mandatory. You
Yes,
need to
even
prove through your
I
knowledge.
also agree for that. Certificates won't matter actually. So we have to prove by knowledge. So I was thinking that do we get any assistance like post completion of the course, like our practice or everything done?
Yeah, so that's, we can try our best. We can help you in resume. We can help you in interview preparation. So if you pass our mock interviews, then we will try to refer also.
Okay, and one last question, like, do we need any programming skills? Like I have a 0 level.
No
like,
need, no need of programming. So if you are 0, definitely I can say you have to spend more efforts, more time. So that's how you can come to IT. You cannot simply, without practice, you cannot. But compared to others who are already working in IT, you need to spend more time and efforts. That's it. That's all I can say.
Oh, got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Most welcome. Bye-bye. And so, Raju.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Shiva.
Hi, Raju.
Yeah, hi. I just want to know that AWS DevOps, as part of this course, how much means regarding that AWS as the part of course, how much we can learn regarding that AWS concept? Like only what is the requirement of AWS in the particular DevOps?
No, I
that
said
only we can
AWS
learn?
Solution Architect Associate. That is more than DevOps.
Okay. Means we can cover like all the concepts in the water in the AWS generally they are having, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. So I will upload this recording within 2-3 hours today, and that is going to be the playlist. You can bookmark that playlist link. So all the sessions, further sessions will be uploaded into that playlist. Okay. So you can reach us through the chat in WhatsApp. So thank you so much. I hope I answered. So the final conclusion is just learn, practice, clear your doubts. That's all I can say. Anybody can become anything, not only DevOps, you can become anything in IT. DevOps don't have any separate rules. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, sir. I'm Shekhar.
Yeah, hi, Shekhar.
I have a general basic question, sir. Sir, I have 7 years career gap, sir, and I'm zero knowledge in coding. Sir, coding undunda, sir, indulo?
I said there is no coding here, 2 types. Okay, programming and scripting. You will have scripting. So
Python untundani chepparu kada sir inta
yes,
mundu.
Python we have. Yes, Python we have.
No idea, sir. Python.
So that's why I am teaching from the scratch. You need to spend more efforts. If you just say I don't know anything, then definitely you know the answer. You have to practice a lot. You need to spend more time.
Only basic untunda, sir?
No, bro, we will cover. I was saying repeatedly, minimum 3 years of experience we will cover. Okay, you need to practice a lot.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All of you, please be more serious while learning and practice. Have a nice weekend. See you on tomorrow's session. Please try to create your AWS account. We'll start discussing Linux from tomorrow. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining this session.
Hello. Yeah, Shiva.